never let them show. I thought I had time, but you let me go. You asked if I was really fine. I looked away, I crossed the line. The words I saved stay locked inside, and all we were began to die. If I had spoken, if I had tried, would you still be here tonight? Out of my hands, I let you fall. The weight of truth was none at all. I gave you a love I couldn't stand, and watched it slip out of my hands. Out of my hands. Your sweater still on the second chair. I traced the threads like you were there. I try to dream of another place, but every time it shows your face. If I had broken down my pride, would you still be here tonight? Out of my hands, I let you fall. The love I gave wasn't enough. I reached too late, you couldn't stand. It slipped away out of my hands. Out of my hands. I count the days I can't repair. I call your name, but you're not there. The quiet truth, I never planned to let you slip out of my hands. Out of my hands. I lost the fight. The words I kept stay in the night. I traded all for one last stand, but it's too late. Out of my hands. Out of my hands. I kept the letters, never let them show. Out of my hands, and now I know. The night was warm. You came, then gone. Your jacket still is by the door. I leave it there, can't ask for more. Quiet breaks inside my chest. I tried to love but lost the rest. If I had asked you not to go, would love have stayed? I'll never know. Gone too soon, it cuts so deep. I gave you more than I could keep. I held your name until it bloomed, but all I hear is gone too soon. The glass still shakes where you once sat. I drink it down, can't change the past. The notes I wrote remain unread. They burn my hands with what you said. If I had broken down my pride, would you be sleeping by my side? Gone too too soon. It cut so deep. I gave you more than I could keep. I held your name until it bloomed, but all I hear is gone too soon. I begged the night to turn around, but silence came the only sound. And even if I tried again, the story ends where it began. Gone too soon, it breaks me still. The love I kept, I can't refill. I held your name until it bloomed, but all I hear is gone too soon. Gone too soon. Gone too soon. You said don't change, but men stay small. I stopped folding, you called it fall. I gave too much and stayed too long. You liked me quiet, then asked what's wrong. I learned to speak and watched you leave. You said don't drift, but pulled the sea. You wanted truth, but not this tone. You missed the me I outgrew alone. I won't shrink just to stay. I won't fake just to delay. I loved, but I won't bend. If love means breaking again. You said you've changed, like that was wrong, but I was never me for long. I stopped chasing what felt thin. You needed quiet, I needed skin. I won't erase what helped me grow. You miss a girl who let you go. I won't shrink just to stay. I won't fold to make it okay. I broke, but now I see love in me comes before we. You called me brave when I stayed still, but strength was saying what I feel. I won't shrink just to stay. I won't lie so you struck too. I thought of you. Your jacket stayed on the hanger. I never found the strength to move. I swore the silence wouldn't matter, but it told the truth. I said I'd be fine, but it broke inside. The night you left still burns. Every street reminds me where you turned. I try to run, but it stays. Your shadow's written on my days. The night you left still burns. I walk the paths we used to wander. Each corner pulls me back to then. I keep pretending it's all over, but it starts again. I said I'd be fine, but it broke inside. The night you left still burns. Every street reminds me where you turn. I try to run, but it stays. Your shadow's written on my days. The night you left still burns. If I called, would you answer? Would you turn around? Or was I gone already before the sound? The night you left still burns. Every street reminds me where you turn. I try to run, but it stays. Your shadow's written on my days. The night you left still burns. The clock struck 2. I thought of you. I watched you turn. I felt the burn. Your words were heavy, I still hear them. They cut the air and stayed inside. I tried to hold on to the moment, but I could see it start to die. I swore I'd keep us steady, but you walked away. You're falling out of reach, like the tide pulling further each time. I can't control the sea. It's dragging every part of you from mine. You're falling out of reach. The night was longer than I wanted. I couldn't chase the thought away. I told myself I'd be much stronger, but I still break the same old way. I swore I'd keep us steady, but you walked away. You're falling out of reach, like the tide pulling further each time. I can't control the sea. It's dragging every part of you from mine. You're falling out. like the tide pulling further each time. I can't control the sea, it's dragging every part of you from mine. You're falling out of reach, like the tide pulling further each time. I can't control the sea, you turn, I felt the burn. She made me feel small, like something just out of place. I'd catch your eyes drift toward her and vanish without a trace. I tried to be softer, tried to shrink my flame, but every version you wanted never answered my name. She gets to be yours, and I'm still unlearning the way you looked at me like I was always burning. She gets your calm, your hands, your laugh. I get the silence when you never look back. She never had to ask, you gave her all you withheld. I spend my love like a currency in a place you never dwelled. I walked beside you, but always a step behind. Now she stands where I stood, but you call it right time. She gets to be yours in the way I tried to be, but I was too much story, not enough simplicity. She gets your mornings, your songs, your door. I get the lesson that trying means no more. You said love wasn't meant to feel like regret, but I carry the weight of the things you forget. She gets to be yours while I fade into air. I gave you the map, you just changed who went there. She gets the peace I begged you to see, but I know now not everything you fight for was ever meant to be. I gave you pieces hard to find. You left them all scattered behind. I broke my skin to make you stay, but love like this will fade away. If I had begged for you to know, would you have still just let me go? These hands I couldn't hold, they slipped from mine. The vows I made fell out of time. I tore my heart against your cold, still reaching out for hands I couldn't hold. Your jacket hangs untouched for weeks. I breathe it in but never speak. The notes I wrote I'll never send. They keep me here without an end. If I had broken down my pride, would you be standing by my side? These hands I couldn't hold, they slipped from mine. The vows I made fell out of time. I tore my heart against your cold, still reaching out for hands I couldn't hold. I begged the night to bend its shape. The truth arrived with no escape. And even if I tried again, I'd lose the fight before it ends. These hands I couldn't hold, they haunt my days. The love I kept just lost its place. I tore my heart against your cold, still reaching out for hands I couldn't hold. I reach again, it fades from me. I wait in rooms you'll never see. Your name still stays inside my throat, but all I touch is air I can't hold. You asked, are we fine? I nodded, not sure why. You hold the coat, but not my side. We share a key, but not the night. I talk in truth, you change the room. You pour me tea and call it soon. Don't call this peace when it's delayed. If this is love, don't look away. Sit or stay, don't keep me half. I gave a heart, you gave a draft. Sit or stay, choose what is real. I won't hold on to what you won't feel. You like my I'll take the loss instead of less. Say to stay right here today. If you won't speak, I'll walk away. Leave what is fake, take what is true. I kept my word, now it's on you. I said yes, you made it small. I held us, you let it fall. I stayed up, you stayed out. I bit my tongue, you raised your doubt. I showed up, you said don't try. I made it right, you asked me why. You say I'm strong, but use my weight. I gave you more than you could take. All I gave you called too much, but kept it close when things got rough. I poured, you looked away. You left, but asked me to stay. You said you love, but only take. I forgave, you said that's fair. You lost things, but I was there. I let you speak while I went quiet. You liked me soft, then called it tired. I broke for you and said I'm fine. You took my yes and drew the line. All I gave you called too much, but used it all when things got tough. I asked, you turned to leave. I stayed with no reprieve. You said I'm rare, but didn't choose. You had my best and let it bruise. All I gave you called too deep, but kept the parts you gotta keep. I stayed when it hurt too loud. You left without turning around. I left your coat on the back of a chair. Couldn't bring myself to fold up the care. Your toothbrush still in that second cup. I guess some parts just don't pack up. I said goodbye, it was a plan, but walking away still shook my hands. I hope you smile again, not 'cause of me, but from someone new who lets you breathe. I couldn't fix what I You hated crowds, I love the noise. We danced off beat, but still had choice. The silence now feels too polite, like we both know, but avoid the fight. You used to laugh just in your sleep. Now I wonder if that dream's still deep. I hope you smile again on an ordinary day, in a cafe corner, in a quiet way. I hope it's soft like morning sun, not something loud, just someone. I won't pretend I'm whole and fine, but healing hurts in borrowed time, and some won't stay, just not as loud. I'll miss you still, but less out loud. I hope you smile again in a room I'll never know, and love again without the weight I showed. I couldn't stay, but I still care, and part of me will always be there. You told me you needed time, so I gave you silence. You said you weren't ready, so I kept my distance. I watched your name go dim on my phone screen. Thought maybe that meant you were missing me, but you moved on like it didn't count, like we were just a pause between other things. You smiled in your photos with someone new, like it didn't mean a thing. I'm not saying you cheated, but it feels like you did. Not with your hands, but with the way you forget. You laughed too soon, you look too okay, and I'm still learning how to fake the same. 'Cause you moved on like it didn't count, like we were just a stop on your way through. I gave you time, you gave it to her, like you already knew. I keep telling myself you didn't lie, but there's a way to leave that still feels like goodbye. You moved on like it didn't count, and maybe that says enough. You said you cared, but you cared too fast, and I was never enough. You left the key on top of the note. I read it once, didn't quote. I packed your shoes in the wrong box, kept the shirt that matched my thoughts. You said no hard feelings here, but I still shook when you got near. You didn't ask if I was done, so I had to be the one. I'm packing it up, slow but sure. You won't ask, so close the door. This was soft, this was loud, this was love I can't keep around. I wrapped the frame we never filled, left the light you used to build. I took down the list we made. You moved on, but I still stayed. You looked fine, you always do. I kept saying we'll get through. I'm packing it up with no regrets. You won't hold what I still kept. You said thank you, I said same, but in my chest it still had weight. This isn't anger, this isn't fear, it's just the truth I wouldn't hear. I'm packing it up for me this time. No more trying to read your mind. I loved you, you showed up, but now I'm packing it up. It's late again, I can't find rest. Your shirt is still on my chair, I leave it there like you might return. I keep replaying our last talk, every word still burns. I swore I could move on, but my chest still aches. If you stay tonight, I'll forget the way you turned away. If you stay tonight, I'll forgive the things we could say. If you stay tonight, the hallway feels colder each day. I walk it slow, pretending you're near. I try to fill the quiet space, but the truth is clear. I swore I could move on, but my chest still aches. If you stay forget the way you turned away. If you stay tonight, I'll forgive the things we could say. If you forget the way you turned away. If you stay tonight, I'll forgive the things we could say. If you stay tonight, it's late again, but I'd still wait. You look good in that photo she posted, wearing the jacket you swore you never liked. I smile because it felt like I should, even though I wasn't alright. My friends all say you dodged a mess, but they don't know how much I second guess. Said I'm happy for you, and I wanted to mean it, but something inside still breaks when I see it. I let you go like I knew how, but I still feel like I'm losing now. You said you hope I find someone true. I nodded, but what if it was you? I talk like we were never that deep, but my voice shakes when I try to sleep. I tell myself this is for the best, but I still scroll and fail the test. I said I'm happy for you, and maybe that's brave, but part of me still wants to be the name you save. I let you go with practiced grace, but I'm still stuck in that same place. You moved on like a story, you wrote the part I played, and now I smile on the surface, but cry why you never stayed. I said I'm happy for you, and maybe I will be, but today I'm just honest with the hurt that lives in me. You got her, and I've got through, and that's all I can do. I replay the night you walked away. I didn't move, I had nothing to say. I thought I had time, I thought you would stay. I kept it inside, you wanted me to say. Your jacket's on the chair, I never put it down. I wait for you here, but you're not around. If I could turn back, I'd tell you then. The words I held back might bring you again. It was my fault, I let you go. I kept it quiet when I should have shown. You gave me the chance, I turned away, and now I regret every word I didn't photos on the shelf, I move them each week. I talk to the walls, they don't speak. I dream of the night, I dream of your face, but I wake to the dark, no trace. If I could undo the things I missed, maybe you'd still be in this. It was my fault, I let you go. I stayed in silence, oh, when I should have known. You gave me the chance, I turned away, and now I regret every word I didn't say. I carry the weight, I can't let it die. I'd beg for your hand, I'd swallow my pride. It was my fault, I let you go. The truth is heavy, and I can't let go. You gave me the chance, I walked away, and now I regret every word I didn't say. I replay that night, you walked away. The words I lost still fade. I used to hum without noticing. Now I listen for the silence.
I bought a dress I used to love, but left the tag on just in case. I smiled at the barista, but it felt like someone else did it.
Maybe I'm still here, just not all at once. When did I get quiet? When did I stop asking if this
Feels right.
I fold my clothes, but not my thoughts, and I wonder if anyone noticed.
I say I'm fine, on loop, like a voicemail no one listens to.
I sit by the window and wait for nothing. Was I made for softness or survival? Maybe both, but neither feels like me. When did I get quiet? I used to sing in the shower. Now I just wait for the water to stop. And maybe that's why I don't feel real. you called me. Sunlight once, I believed it like it was a fact, not a feeling. I still feel the warmth sometimes, but it doesn't burn. You were home until I opened the door on my own. I still felt about you when the rain touches the kitchen window. I still hear your voice in songs I didn't know you liked, but I don't want you back, and I don't belong there now. And now I stopped reaching for answers. The questions never gave me peace anyway. I let your name sit without echo. Memory is not a promise, and love is not a reason. I still think about you, but not the way I used to. You're part of the picture, not the focus. I'm still me, just not yours, and I don't belong there now. But it was real, was. But it was real, was. Left it in my notes, didn't send it, but I meant it. Typed out your name, then backspace twice, changed it to you, just in case. You always hated when I overthink, so I drafted and never hit send. I left it in my notes at 2:04 a.m. under grocery lists and dream ideas. Just one more thing I almost said, but saved for later and never showed. think about that Tuesday. Your hoodie, my shoes soaked, but we didn't care. The sky cracked, but you said it's just music if you want it to be. We laughed under the stop sign while traffic blinked like we weren't supposed to be. So happy there. And you spun me once like it was nothing, but I still feel it now and then. We danced through rain on the street like fools, barefoot hearts unruly. You said don't forget this, and I haven't. You said don't forget me, I couldn't. Later you walked me home with my hand tucked in your back pocket. You smelled like earth and thunder and something I've never really let go of. I don't miss you like a wound, just like a season that ended too soon. We danced through rain like it meant we were safe, like love could be easy and messy and brave. Said don't forget this, and I haven't. You said don't forget me, and I won't. You just disappeared with someone you said was just a friend. You didn't lie, but you let me believe you weren't done. When you already were, you smiled when I said I'll wait, like it wasn't your choice to stay or leave. You didn't owe me honesty, but I gave you mine anyway. You knew better than to call it love, and still you let me fall. You knew better than to hold me that close, and still you didn't let go. Someone else, not you, because you're not cruel, you're just quiet at the wrong time. You left like you had nothing to answer for, and maybe you didn't, but it still hurt. You knew better than to say my name when you stopped meaning it. You knew better, but you did it anyway. You left like that you had nothing to answer for, and maybe you didn't, but it still hurt. You knew better I still pause at your contact in my phone. Don't delete it, just scroll past and move on. Your shirt's still here, I pretend not to see, but it's folded too neat to forget what we used to be. Some nights I sleep but not through. Some songs still sound like you, and I still flinch when someone laughs the way you did. So check the back of every cafe, hoping you might have walked in. And it hurts in the quiet where no one knows your name, but I whisper it soft like a prayer I can't explain. You're still the ache after your name. I don't wear red since that one date. You said it made me look brave. Now every mirror feels like a dare to be fine while you're not there. They say the heart forgives in time, but mine just counts each almost like a crime. And I still flinch when someone laughs the way you did. So check the back of every cafe, hoping you might have walked in. And it hurts in the quiet where no one says your name, but I whisper it soft like something I can't tame. You're still the ache after your name. I don't hate you, that's the worst part. I still flinch when I say your name. You were a scar I kept picking, hoping the pain would mean something. You loved me like a mirror, just enough to make me disappear. And it's funny how I stayed for every word you never said. You cut too clean, no mess, no sound, but I bled for weeks. And now I stand with nothing loud, just air and empty sheets. I forgave you not because you earned it, because I needed to leave. I see you in the quiet of songs I can't skip, but I breathe through them now without breaking every bit. Maybe you never meant to hurt me, maybe you did, but either way I lived. You cut too clean, no war, no sound, just goodbye in a blink. And I carry what you left, but it no longer sinks. I forgave you not because it's fair, but because it's done. And now I'm gone. do I answer when the last time you saw me I was whole? Now I'm fine, but fractured, and no, you don't get to know the difference. You don't get to care from far away. Don't ask if I'm okay. You don't want the truth, you want the version where I still smile for you. But this isn't that, and I'm not here for pretending. You gave up the right to hold my answers when you stopped listening. I don't owe you comfort in my pain, so no, don't ask if I'm okay, because healing doesn't always sound nice, and you don't know what to do with messy. I don't flinch when your name shows up anymore, but I still don't save new numbers. I light one candle instead of two, and somehow the room feels full enough. I make my tea how I like it, not how you remembered. I'm not fine, but I'm softer with myself now. I'm almost myself again, not the version you left, not the girl who bent just to keep someone looking. I'm still here, and that feels new. I play songs you never liked, a little louder than before. I wear the jacket you said didn't suit me, and I look like me again. I stopped checking the mirror for who you would want. I'm almost myself again, and this time I'll stay. No more shrinking just to feel safe. No more waiting to be chosen. I choose me now. I was doing fine until the song played. I made it 3 days without thinking about your hand. I walked past your old street without checking the window. I smiled when someone asked if I was okay, but healing is cruel like that. It all came back all at once. Your laugh, your goodbye, your half-empty drawer. I tried to let go slowly, but it didn't leave quietly. I wore the hoodie you forgot just to see if it still felt like you. I said I was fine to the mirror, but my eyes didn't listen. I don't miss you, I miss the version you never became. It all came back all at once, no warning, just wait. And I stood still like maybe you'd come back too. But all I got was the quiet. The silence stayed longer than I did, and still felt warmer than you. You asked how I was and I said fine, with a smile I stole from last year. There was a pause where I almost told the truth, but I've learned how to leave without doors. I almost said it, your name burned the back of my throat. I almost let it fall like I used to so easily, but now my silence is louder than my love ever was. I walk past your street without looking, but I still feel it in my knees, like memory grew bones and never left. I don't cry for you, but I still don't sleep. I almost said it in the cold air between your joke and my laugh. I almost said it when goodbye sounded too final, but I let the moment pass like I've learned to let you go. yelling, just hands that didn't reach.
I made your tea like I always did, but you didn't drink it, just held it like you were waiting. I meant to ask if you were okay, but the words sat in my mouth too long. You looked at me like I wasn't there. I looked away like I didn't care. We didn't say it, but we both knew it was over. The way we stood, you turned first, but I didn't call, and that silence was our goodbye. I sleep on the edge now, as if you're still there. Even ghosts take up space. I scroll through old photos, but never click. Just hover like it'll change something I didn't mean to let go like that. But I didn't hold on either. We broke quietly. We didn't say it, but we meant it. Was so free step we didn't take. You left and I didn't try, and that was enough. Yours, but it doesn't feel the same. I said hi, and you smiled like nothing ended. You asked if I still write. I lied and said not much, because the truth was mostly you. I said I liked your haircut, like it was easy to say something that didn't hurt. You used to know every version of me, but now you ask what I've been doing. You stood like the past wasn't in the room, but I felt everything. We don't say much now, but it says enough. We don't ask why, because we already know. And maybe this is the closest we'll ever be again. Your hands didn't shake when you gave me back my sweater, but mine did. I took it like it meant nothing, and smiled like I didn't feel everything. I almost asked if you missed me. I almost said I still think about us, much now, but sometimes quiet says more. And this might be the kindest we've ever been.
I say your name less now, but it still lingers in the back of my mouth. Like smoke, I try to hold the words that hurt when they stay too long. Your sweater's gone, your books are boxed, but memory is cruel like that. It doesn't need a single thing to haunt a heart that still can't sing. They say move on, it gets better, but better doesn't feel like this. You're still in my mouth, like a song I never finished. Still under my skin, like a cut I never stitched in. Every time someone says you look okay, but they don't hear you whisper in the quiet part of day. You're still in my mouth and I still taste your name. I tried new lips, new city lights, but your shadow caught every flight. You're in the way my fingers shake when someone says, are you okay? You left, but forgot to take all the places you used to stay in me. You're still in my mouth, like truth I can't untangle. You're still in my chest, like breath I have to angle. I fake it fine, but in the space between the words I say, you still burn in the soft parts of the day. You're still in my mouth and I still taste your name. We didn't last, but that doesn't mean we weren't beautiful. You came in like autumn light, soft and sudden, all at once. I didn't know what to call it, so I just called it good. We never promised, but I stayed like we could. I loved you right, even if you didn't stay. I held the space you filled without asking, and I don't regret it, not 1 second. You gave
Looking back, I loved you right. Even if you let go, you'll leave, but you won't take what I gave, because loving you was something I did well. And that's enough. I loved you right, even if you let go. You'll leave, but you'll lick, take what I gave, because loving you was something